So you guys were 5-1 after a shortened season last year. Going into this year, what are the keys for Newton football?
I think the keys for everybody around is to stay healthy. There's always going to be the scare of COVID right now, and then add on top of that maybe injuries. But we were lucky in the spring. We were pretty healthy, and things went really well for us. You know, on a 5-1 season. We anticipate that we can have another good season this fall, and kids are working really hard. We're very proud of them. We really like this football team. We don't have a ton of depth right now, and that's one thing that does bother me. Numbers are down a little bit. I think that's the trend across the board, looking at other schools around, that numbers are down, so we got to make sure we stay healthy and take care of our kids, but we're excited about this season.
At the quarterback position, you don't have Aaron Einhorn anymore. You have Mason Mulvey. How has he done adjusting to that?
Mason's done a great job, and you know, Aaron did a great job in the spring for being a first-time quarterback, and it'd been great to have him back one more year just as he was progressing and getting better and better. But you know, Mason stepped up. He was our backup in the spring, and here he is getting a chance to start. And you know, we like what he's done. He's a good leader. He's a great leader on the field. He's very calm and cool and collected. And you know, he's a good player. He's played tight end for us, played receiver, played defense. So we know that he can play the game of football, and it's been a big learning curve for him, but he's doing a great job with it.
Boom, get there. Good. And it's okay, tight end. Ready, let's go. There it is. Thank you. Good job. Well done, dude.
Just this year, new spot was me at quarterback. Went from playing tight end, now quarterback, because the team needed me to be. I got Ben Meinhardt to throw to. That's definitely helpful. Helping the young kids adjust for sure, because last year didn't have a normal season for the sophomores and freshmen this year for football. Just help them adjust everything. Number one, we need to stay healthy because we got less guys than we have in the past. We need, hopefully, want to win conference. That's a big must, and making the playoffs for sure. Hopefully making a deep run in playoffs. That's a big goal, and ultimately everybody wants to win state.
Ready, go. There it is, be an athlete. Oh, yeah. All right, great. Ready, go. Clear. Good. Now, as you're in your...
Well, I think not just me, but all the receivers, we've got speed, and adds another dimension to the game. Speed's hard to contain, and is what's going to help us, maybe one of the biggest factors for us this year.
How do you fill the spot for R.J. Lindemann?
RJ's a great player. He's all-state player, so it's always hard to fill a guy like that. We've had some great players come through here, and it's always hard the next year to fill that spot when that guy leaves. But a guy like RJ, who was really a great player last year, he was so dynamic on the field, made some great plays. You know, you have to have that mentality of the next man up, you know. And along the same lines, you know, Samuel Wheat, we lost him as well, and he was a great offensive, defensive lineman. So again, you got to find that next guy that's going to step in and try to fill those shoes the best that they can. It's going to be hard. Those are tough shoes to fill, in both those guys and all the guys we lost last year. But it's, you know, you have to have that mentality of next guy up. What can I do, and try to earn that spot.
For Ben Meinhardt's spot at the wide receiver position, what has he done that you've been like, wow, he's doing a really good job?
Ben's a very dynamic player. He's not a big kid, but he plays big, and he's, you know, very fast, great hands, just a great athlete. I would say he's one of the better athletes come through the school in the last, you know, 20 years. And we've had some great athletes. I mean, he's just right up there with our great athletes that's come through here. He's just pretty amazing what he can do. He plays tough. He plays tough on defense. I'm really impressed what he does. You know, all-conference player on both sides of the ball last year. I think he'd be definitely a kid that you would consider for an all-state position if he has the year that I think he can have, and I know that he can have. So, great player, and we're excited to see what he can do.
Ready, let's go. Ah! Oh, shit. Nice ball. Nice ball. Good. Rotate it. No.
I mean, obviously we want to win every game. I think that's how everyone on our team thinks of it. But we want to get better every week, and we got to make improvements throughout the year, and we want to make a deep run in the postseason. We think we're very capable of that. We got a lot of skill, a lot of talent, and we think we can do that.
Number one, stay healthy, make sure we can get through every game and, keep our team together. But probably most importantly, even beyond that, is we want to compete for the conference. I think that's everybody's goal. I believe that we can. There's some really good teams in the conference, but you're gonna have to be on your best every single Friday night. And then next would be continue to make the playoffs. I think we had a playoff caliber team in the spring. We went 5-1. I believe we would have made the playoffs. At 5 wins, we would have been in anyway. So we want to kind of keep our streak going. We've had 7 years in a row of playoff appearances, and we want to keep that going and have the opportunity to continue to go farther and deeper into the playoffs if we possibly can. And just overall, one of my other biggest goals is just for these kids to have a normal season, just to have something that they can look back on and they didn't have COVID issues or anything like that. Just have some normalcy. These poor kids have been through a lot, so hopefully we can get that going for them and just have some fun and play some good football.
Coach has been great. I mean, he's been dealing with a lot of stuff off the field, but he's always been great to us on the field, and he makes sure he lets us know what has to be done. We get that done, and he sets the expectations, and we just have to go out there and perform. We have a tough schedule, one of the tougher schedules in the area, I think. And this year I had Mount Carmel, new team, but we just need to come out and perform, do what we're supposed to do, and I think we can surprise some teams this year.
Well, starting off Paris is a tough game. They're very good. They were top of the conference last year, and I believe they probably would have won the conference last year if we would have had a full schedule. I think they were probably definitely the top team in the conference. They have a very big offensive line, some good running backs. They're going to be very tough. That's going to be a tough opening game. And then we got Sullivan, who they've struggled in the past, but we got to be prepared. Casey's going to be another top team. I saw today they actually had some votes for the top 10. They didn't make the top 10, but they had some votes for it. So they've got a good running back. Then you add in a Robinson team that beat us last year. I know they've lost a lot of kids to graduation. They've actually lost some kids that's moving away, but I know they're going to have a good team. And then you add Mount Carmel in. I think it'll be a really tough game between Mount Carmel and Paris. And I hope it's a really tough game between us and Mount Carmel as well. But I think you can probably put them as the favorite at the moment to win this conference. I know that they are looked at as going to as a really good team down there right now. So we'll just have to see. We've not played Mount Carmel since I think 1986 or 87, I believe, somewhere in there. So it's been a long time since we've played Mount Carmel. So it's not like we know exactly what they've been doing other than just seeing what they've done on paper and watching some film. But they're a pretty good team. Marshall has the ability to be good. Lawrenceville, Red Hill are always scrappy. I mean, there's some good competition out there. So it's a good schedule. I like our schedule. It's going to be tough. I believe that we can, win enough games to get into the playoffs. Or I believe that we should, and that's going to be the goal, and to try to compete for that conference as well.
RC on 3. 1, 2, 3.
RC.
Back it up.